Ay, tengo calor. Ooh, ooh. I just have broccoli, so I really hope. Does it look like I have broccoli, Missy?
No.
No. So we Gucci? Bienvenidos muses, regresé con un nuevo video. Today's video is going to be me answering a few of your questions. I recently asked you guys over on Snapchat if you had any questions, so just snap them over to me. And I got a lot of screenshots and I got a lot of questions, so definitely brace yourself, you know, sip some tea, because this video, I'm gonna try to make it as short and sweet as possible, but you know your girl loves to talk. I'm a rambler or whatever. Give this video a big thumbs up if you love me. Yes, go like this video if you love me. And ya tú sabes, vamos a comenzar. This is not a question, but something else. I just want to tell you that you are a beautiful Latina girl. I watched your Latina tag and people were mean to you. Don't listen to them. Sometimes people are narrow-minded. LOL. You are beautiful, muy hermosa y bonita. Thank you, FB Faberhan 35. I just want to say thank you. I really don't take a lot of the comments that I get, and I don't want to say a lot and put a light on a lot of the negativity that people, you know, say to me when it comes to my ethnicity, my race, my culture, my background, because at the end of the day, we live in a society that you can't make everyone happy, and I'm okay with that. I feel like once I put that Too Dark to Be Dominican video out, it was kind of like my last straw to say, I really don't care what you think of me. You can hit me with all the blows in the world, and I'm still here. And I'm just going to continue to piss a lot of these people off because I'm going to continue to be myself. Monica is not going to be so uptight anymore about, you know, the way she tries to, like, I feel like, I'm not going to talk in third person, but I always feel like, I used to feel that I had to perceive myself as this, like, cookie cut, perfect kind of girl, and I'm really not. I'm pretty crazy, and I think you guys like that. I hope you guys like that, and not crazy in a way where it's a little reckless. I know when to act, you know, professional, when to make sure that I never come out of place, but I also feel like my YouTube channel is more like my home, my second home at that, and you guys are like my family. So I hope you guys enjoy me, and thank you so much for your kind words. I hope that I can continue to, you know, break ceilings for more fellow Latinas, women of color, Afro-Latinas, everyone around in general. So I love you. Next question is, ¿qué tú le dirías? Alright, so I'll put a subtitle for this one. ¿Qué tú le dirías a una muchacha morena como tú que tiene miedo a aceptar su identidad como una negra hispana? What would you say to a female, oh, she wrote it in English. What would you say to a female black girl like you, a black Hispanic, who's afraid to accept their identity as an Afro-Latina? I think this video would be great for Latina fans. What I would say to someone who is just like me, who, you know, is an Afro-Latina and is afraid to embrace their blackness. One, being black is so beautiful, and if you can really understand that and just do your research and just learn to embrace every single part of you, you're not gonna have any other reason to not represent all of you. Accepting your Afro-Latinaness is not a choice. It's who you are, you know. There's really no other way to say it, but it is up to you to embrace every single side of you. I will say, growing up, like if you remember watching my videos, I didn't know what an Afro-Latina was, because a lot of the times in Hispanic communities, we're not taught to be Afro-Latina. But I actually came back from Cuba, and in Cuba, everyone loves being black. Like, it's a part of their culture, it's a part of their religion to be black, to be Afro. So I think it's definitely important just to do your research and just come to terms with who you are, because I don't think it's so much more about how the world perceives you, it's the way you perceive yourself. I find that a lot of the times when I get a lot of ignorant comments, most of the times I feel like they probably have never traveled, and it's not to shade them, but if you really do travel across the world and you see other countries and you go to Dominican Republic, like I went to Cuba, if you go to other countries, you'll realize that a lot of the times they look like me, okay? So it's not a shocker to anyone else all over the world in other countries when I say I'm Dominican. It's only a shocker here in the States, and I find that in the States people make you choose, and you don't have to choose. You're both, and it's okay. Could we meet up in DR? I've always wanted to do a meetup in Dominican Republic, and I hope that one day I get to a level where I can actually make that happen for you guys. But I will say I have to make it happen in New York first before my behind goes to DR and has a meet and greet there. Pero no se preocupen que un día de esto voy a tener un meet and greet tan grande que a ustedes les van a encantar. Next question. Can you do like a tour to visit your fans? It'd be amazing if you came to Huntsville, Alabama. Alabama be watching me? Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. Okay, I don't want to dim my subscribers and ever make them feel like I don't feel like I'm this person you guys perceive me as, but I really, in my head, I feel like I'm still at the peak of my career. Not even at the peak, I still feel like I'm not where I want to be yet, and I'm such a perfectionist. I mean, if you guys seen my glow up in equipment and quality, and I would never want to just have like a random meetup. I really want it to be so legit. Having a tour and talking to you guys, like making it an intimate setting, that would be a goal. So please, let's put that in the universe. I'm gonna have a tour. I'm gonna meet each and every one of you, and yeah, let's make it happen. Mama said it, okay? This is a long question. Okay, Hannah. Hey! I don't actually have a question, but I just wanted to share some love. I found your channel recently, and I'm so glad I did. I love you and your family so much. So much. I love the Mother's Day vlog. I'm not even a mom yet. I was sitting here crying at how beautiful it was. Thank you so much for being you. You're fresh, and I love everything you stand for. You've inspired me to be the best me. I'm so excited to see your new content. I pray God continues to prosper and favor you in everything you do. Sending love from London. Hannah, wow. Thank you so much. I hope my phone doesn't die. That really, touches my heart sincerely, because you guys literally don't understand that since Monica has been a full-time YouTuber, it's been the most difficult time in my entire career, because it's so unstable mentally, emotionally. You even start questioning your faith, because it's like, oh my God, God, I don't want to question what you have in mind, planned for me, but I believe and I have faith that you have everything set up the way it's supposed to be. So when you're home all the time and you're constantly creating content, you're trying to really make sure that your subscribers and everyone is entertained at all times, you stop forgetting about yourself, and to hear you guys say these wonderful things to me really humbles my heart, because I'm the most critical person in my career, but I'm so hard on myself. So it really means a lot to me, because you guys don't understand, like, I am not the best. I'm not my best cheerleader sometimes, and you guys help me be that for me, so I love you. Next question from Kush. If you were not doing YouTube, what other profession could you see yourself doing? I love your new content. I love your content, by the way. What would I be doing? I feel like if I was 6 feet tall, I would love to be a model. Like, I would love to know what it feels like to be a runway model, and not just be like a model. Like, I wish I could be like a Beyonce and Naomi Campbell, but on a serious note, because everybody wants to be Naomi and Beyonce, right? On a serious note, yo no sé. Also, I think I'd be a mentor. I would love to be a motivational speaker, if not through YouTube, maybe going to schools and, sitting down with the youth, people in my youth community, and just giving back to my community some way, somehow. What I can tell you is, don't let where you come from define who you are. Boom. Quote me, okay? Quote me. Where are you from originally? I'm from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised in Bushwick, and yeah, mom and dad are both from DR. So I think I screwed that one up. I think I said, the question in the Latina tag was, what's your nationality? And I said, yo soy Dominicana. And it was really a simple mistake, but I'm so proud to be a Dominican that I really just screwed that one up. But I think you guys got the point, and that's why y'all my road dog, so y'all got that one. How tall are you? From Ria Nini. How tall are you? I'm 5'3". Not 5'3 and a half. Shoot, I'm barely even 5'3. I might be 5'2 and a half, but I'm short. The only reason why you guys don't think so when you meet me is because Juan really knows my ankles, and I always wear heels. If I could change something about myself, it'd be my height. Like legit. I hate being short. But God made me this way, so I'm just gonna be happy with the way he made me. I think in Japan you can get your knees done. Right? That's not true? And white chick, remember she was like, oh my God, Brittany, you should do that. Yeah. Like that's how I felt. How did you get so big on YouTube? Did you go to college? When did you become super comfortable in your dark skin being a Latina, and how? How did I get so big on YouTube? First of all, I don't know what being big on YouTube means. I don't know. I'm not gonna make that question appear as if, because if that's the way you see me, then I'm gonna go with it. But how did I get big on YouTube? In the way I hate the way I feel about this question, because you know people always get so excited when they talk to me about like my career, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing exactly. But I think it's just consistency and my faith. Like literally, I don't know how I was able to get to this point in my life, and every month, like even Juan the other day was like, yo, Monica, we are so lucky that we have been able to pay our bills every month. And I'm like, and I started crying, like legit, I started crying. I don't know if I was getting my menstrual at the time, or you know, your girl was in her bag, or whatever the case may be, but I legit started crying because I was like, I have no idea. So I would just say consistency and faith. Seriously, consistency and faith. Question: when did you become super comfortable in your dark skin, being a Latina, and how? I became comfortable the second, I don't even know if that was a second. The older I got, like if I could talk to my teenage self, it would be like, girl, you're gonna be okay. Because I remember I always used to get slack. I used to get slack about the color of my skin. But when I got older, and I'm just gonna be so honest, maybe like 5, 6, 7 years ago, when I was like maybe in high school, is when I started really saying, yo, I don't need to impress y'all. Like this is me. I can care less about how uncomfortable my skin makes you feel. I can care less about me speaking Spanish and you thinking I'm lying because you think I'm trying to neglect my blackness. I stopped caring. I really just stopped caring, and that was the best decision I've ever made for myself, because it's like I just stopped caring. I was like, a mí no me importa, lo que tú creas. So yeah, I did not care, and since then, that's the way I carry myself. Next question: what has been the biggest challenge about identifying yourself as both Black and Latina? I think the biggest challenge for me has been educating people. I guess hoping that people in society are open to your Blackness and open to you being Latina. I feel like now we're coming into this new day and age where we're like, I'm not choosing. Like I'm both. It's really not complicated. I'm both. I'm an Afro-Latina, and whether you want to call me a Latina, Afro-Latina, I'm a Latina, but I'm also Black. And I think society needs to understand that there's no reason to choose. You can't make us choose. This is who we are. Thank you. Feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
My cousin's over here like living. How old are you? Lexi Mercedes Uno. I am 25 years old. I'm an Aquarius. Birthday is February 6th. Okay, where my Aquarius is at. We're kind of popping. My rising sign is a Leo, which I kind of feel like that's accurate. Being that you're in the beauty industry, what do you tell yourself in order to prevent comparing yourself to another woman? You know, I like to think that I don't compare myself, but let's just cut the BS. We all compare ourselves. It's social media. It's Instagram. We wake up, we swipe. Oh my God, look at her hair, look at her. We're comparing lifestyles, we're comparing money, we're comparing, it's not even materialistic things. I got into a point where it's just like, Monica, chill. Everything that glitters, everything that shines isn't gold. And I know that for a fact, because you guys sometimes see me and you're like, oh my God, girl, that video is so popping. You don't understand the blood, sweat, and tears that were put into that video, and you guys loved it. So I just had to tell myself, like, listen, they're human, they poop, they bleed just like me. And if it's possible for them, it's possible for me. but I'm gonna do it on my own terms, and it's gonna happen for me regardless. How not to stress so much, because my hair has been falling out pretty bad. Oh no, I'm sorry about that, babe. Listen, find a hobby, find a vice, a good vice. You know, for me, YouTube is an outlet for me, but it's also now a job. So I started going to the gym because it got to the point where YouTube before was a hobby because I had a 9 to 5, and when I did videos, it was like, yay, I get to do what I want. But now I literally, this is my job. And it's not, I don't want to call it a job, because a job is something you don't like to go to. This is something I love to do. You know, I'm not working. This is something that I literally get motivated and pumped to do because people love to see what I can provide for them. At least I hope they do. But get a hobby. Write a journal. I even started doing this thing too where I would like videotape myself and like see how I felt throughout the days and kind of like review and evaluate the way I've been acting all week. And I got really depressed, guys, and I'm not one person to, you know, act like a victim, but it's important that you guys see every single side of me and and I wanted to actually put it out and show you guys this kind of like evolution of how I've been really down to how I got into the point where I'm at now. But it really helped me. You know, I listen to a lot of TD Jakes. I read a lot of self-help books, and the more you get put into a lifestyle or in an industry where you're constantly judging yourself, comparing yourself, it's important that you start loving yourself. So I found a hobby. My hobby was the gym. When I'm running, I don't think about anybody. I'm thinking about myself. I'm literally like tunnel vision, just sweating and just doing me. And next question, what is your favorite thing about being a YouTuber? My favorite part about being a YouTuber is I get to be myself. And you guys love me for it. I don't have to change or filter anything I do. I mean, of course, I never really say what I'm thinking, like, you know, the bad cusses and stuff, because that's not, you wouldn't curse at the job, right? But I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to do what you love and people love you for doing it. So, yeah. Kathy says, I love you, Morena Bella. Thank you. Oh my god, talking about Morena and Negrita, I was watching I Love New York, and there was a guy who told New York, you're my Negrita Bella. Remember that part, Tati? No. He goes, tú eres mi Negrita Bella, to New York. And she was like, what you call me? You said Negrita. And she was like, Negrita, what does that mean? He's like, you're my pretty black girl. She was like, you guys really, no, I don't like that. You call me a black girl. And I kind of felt bad for the guy because a lot of people don't understand that being a negrita or morenita, it's not derogatory. It's not, you know, it's not an insult. In our culture, being black is so beautiful. So, of course, when you translate it, you can interpret it in however you want. But I love when people comment, you know, morena or negrita. And I've seen that sometimes people write it and they're like, why do you say that? And I'm like, y'all, that's not a diss. That's the way we talk to each other. You guys really ask me questions. Like, I don't really be on my snap like that, but I'm not mad. You guys, thank you so much for your love, for your support, for riding with me. You know, my life can be a little crazy, pero lo quiero a todo. Make sure if you have any other questions, go on my Twitter at Monicastylemuse or on my Snapchat, Monicastylemuse. If you want me to do another video like this, let me know down below. If you like this video, comment and like. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and remember to be your own muse, regardless of what anyone thinks of you. Only thing that matters is what you think of yourself. Mwah. Adios.